freaking main character. He would just yell the most random words in German to power up. What was it? He'd be like, Liger Schneider. Liger Jaeger. He's just like screaming alcohol. Liger Panzer Schneider Jaeger. Robot would fight harder because he was screaming in German. Which honestly, yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, I could buy that. If someone's screaming at me in German, I'd fight harder. Samurai Jack. Oh yeah, I watched Samurai Jack. That was great. Gotta get back to the past, Samurai Jack. Jack. Whoa, what is that guy? Besides dangerous. Got her. Oh, there's a prison cell over here. I'll get this before we go. Got him. Alright. Open. I have no idea how I adore Samurai Jack at the tender age of 12. Stuff is way ahead of the V maturity curve you watch Average Children's cartoon. I mean, a lot of stuff is like that. If you go back and watch Rocco's Modern Life, even SpongeBob, there's jokes for adults. I love that. When there's a joke that, like, yes, they played as a kid and you're like, I think I get it, and there's a laugh track, and then you laugh with the laugh track, and then as an adult, you're like, oh my god. What? New sandy cheeks leaving a bikini bottom. Yeah. Sandy cheeks. Return the slab. Yo, Courage the Cowardly Dog. Oh my god. If you haven't seen it,
take care.
The channel on YouTube, Death Battle, has a battle with Courage the Cowardly Dog versus Scooby-Doo. And it is mental. It's actually one of their best episodes. It's insane. And like the powers they give him is like all the times that, like, you know, one time Scooby did some stupid dance so fast it destroyed the universe. And like Courage screamed so loud once he shattered the moon in the background. So they were like, okay, yeah, he could do that. It was busted. It was so busted. Courage the Cowardly Dog was not children. No, I mean, it was. I watched this as a kid, but it wasn't. In this timeline, the gods failed to exterminate the dragons in the ancient era. Instead, the dragons continue to terrorize humanity. Search for Heorot inside his temple at the behest of a shaman. Paranoia Agent on Toonami was way too mature for kids. Oh, yeah. There was definitely some of those. Like, I watched it. I was like, oh, it's anime. I'm going to watch it. And then, yeah, Paranoia Agent. I was just like, oh, my God. Was that the one with the kid with the golden bat? Hold on. Paranoia Agent. Let me just see, like, a... Yes, it is. It is the kid with the golden bat. Yeah. Like, people would, like, hear rollerblades, and then, like, the last thing they'd see before they would get straight up murdered is this kid, like, coming at him with a golden bat. And it was the craziest thing. I actually watched Akira at age 4, remain scarred.
Yes.
Heorot does it let delusions of dragons cloud his mind and drive him to madness. If you can carve a path through the defenses to the heart of the temple, I may be able to bring Heorot back to his senses. Leave it to me. Yo, I'm about to start up a new Druid Spriggan. I have a bunch of uniques for any fast tips for low levels, please. Hey, Sor. If you are interested, This is a video I did on what I did while leveling for this character I'm playing, if you want. Ren and Stimpy had no business being on Nickelodeon. Oh man, how about, what was it? Cow and Chicken. There was like the devil always had his butt cheeks hanging out. He would like walk around on his butt cheeks. Already time for me to head to bed. Have a good night, Master Reality. I will say though, a special place in my heart as far as old cartoons go is I grew up and my favorites growing up were Thundercats, and then later on, Transformers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I got so, like, all the money I got as a child from like birthdays and stuff, I bought Transformers or Ninja Turtle toys. I gave a huge collection to Gabe when he was old enough to care. What about Ren and Stimpy? I did not buy any Ren and Stimpy toys. Did you ever get into Johnny Quest? No, my dad was into Johnny Quest as a kid, so he kind of tried to get me into Johnny Quest. But like I watched it on occasion just because it was a cartoon, but I wasn't nearly as into it as my dad was. I had a huge collection of He-Man and TMNT. Nice. Shoot Mug, you're aging gracefully. Sounds like you are, in fact, looking down the barrel of a 40 over there. What the heck? That is... Yo, that's dark. Nah, man. I'm not going anywhere. I have a job. Could work 40 hours a week and be fine, but I enjoy it so much, I voluntarily work like 55 to 60. If anything, people keep telling me, yo, slow down. I'm like, I can't. I'm having too much fun. Believe me, I get the sentiment. I have had points in my life where I was incredibly depressed, but now is not one of those times. They mean 40 years old? He said looking down the barrel. I thought he was implying I was going to shoot myself. I am happy to be wrong if that's not the case. These things are taking a long time to kill. Oh, they were like a doorman? Oh god. Injured dragon, 8%. Injured from battle with Hera. Easy. Oh, Hera's there.
What brings you here?
Thank you for your help. Without it, I would have never led my masters here with their full strength. Eh? Heorot fears their power, weakness. The flames of the dragons will destroy these gods and brings this land back to its true nature, a world where the weak fear the strong. You deceived me. If you wish to exact vengeance, you will go unsatisfied. The fire of dragons burns within me now, and I have fulfilled my purpose. No. Quest complete. Oh, nice. Well, we doomed this world, and now we'll just leave it. We're very nice. They just meant you're coming up on 40 years old. Oh, yeah, possibly. Yeah, he said, I have never heard the phrase looking down the barrel not refer to someone who was going to shoot themselves. That's why I was like, bro, what? That one. Do you remember He-Man, both cartoon and live action? I remember the cartoon. However, I might have seen it on Boomerang. Do you remember Boomerang? It was like the Cartoon Network spinoff that had old cartoons. Like, that's where I would always see, like, Johnny Quest. So I don't know if I saw it when it was, like, new. Thanks for the guide. I'm in the area to get the prototype position reminder. Oh, nice, Bayorn. I hope it made it crystal clear for you. I still use that item daily for my park ults. Do they still show classic Looney Tunes anymore? I think they do, but they have that, you know, thing at the beginning that's like, you know, warning, this is really offensive. But this is how it was made, sorry. Because there was a lot of like old Looney Tunes videos and Popeye and stuff where they made fun of like slaves and things like that. So they still show them, but they've got that that thing at the beginning that warns you. What shrine is this? Reflective. I love Thundercats. I made the mistake, tried to rewatch it as an adult. Ouch, it was actually terrible. I mean, maybe it was just because we watched it when we were young, so it just seemed really good then. Did you ever watch Gobots? That doesn't ring a bell at all. I've played video games that had goblin robots in them, like Dungeon Siege. I don't remember a show called Gobots. GoBots. Okay, that that sounds a little more familiar. I might have remembered that. Hang on. GoBots. Search. These look like Transformers, but like lower calories. I'm not sure if I've ever saw that. I might have like seen it around, but nothing more than that. A lot of 80s shows did that. They put money into an intro that suck you in and cheap out on the actual animation. Well, a lot of 80s shows were made... By the way, Star Laser's comment was blocked by Twitch, and I had to allow it because he had that'd suck you. So now that's now in the OK filter. A lot of old shows for like Hasbro and stuff were just made to sell toys. But honestly, as a kid who loved Transformers, I didn't care. Honestly, I thought it was so cool that the Transformer toys transformed in the same way that they did on the show. On the flip side, what was it? I think it was Beast Machines? You know, when they transformed, it was like magic. They would just glow and change shape. So, like, the toys had to change completely differently than they did on the show. Because the show just wasn't possible. I discovered today that Warner Brothers is making a short anime version of commentary. You said that, and in my head I heard, we're the Warner Brothers and the Warner Sister Dog. Do not want to get near that guy with the big rock. What game is this? This is Last Epoch, AirG. This is an action RPG, similar to games like Diablo and Path of Exile. But in my opinion, they did a really good job with this one.
Yes.
So you sell that, and that, and that. +3 to cold and necrotic minion skills. 27% chance for minions to chill attackers when hit. Minions do 20% more cold and necrotic damage to chilled enemies. Amazing. Okay, this is for like a necromancer. This isn't really going to help me with my build. GoBots had a weird toy line called Rock Lords, where the robot turned into rocks. Oh! You know what you just reminded me? Do any of you remember a line of toys called War Planets? It was literally like these, it would look like a little planet toy, but then you could like pop it open and there was like tons of little action figures and stuff inside. And so like if you bought like the lava planet and the ice planet, like you could have like this whole mini, it was almost like Warhammer for children. It's like you open it up and there was like a whole little armies and stuff inside. It could like, you know, you could set up like battles between the planets and stuff like that. What level is this area? 85, and I'm 77. We're doing okay. Like Mighty Max? Yes, just like Mighty Max. Here, hang on. War Planets images. Wow, there's like no good old pictures of these. Okay, so like, this was them, like this was the water one, and like the rock one, and like the ice one, and the tech one. This was like no, this was reptile, this was sand. And the things opened up, and there was like whole like armies and stuff inside. And so you could set up like whole little battlefield between these things. But yeah, so like here's a few of them lined up, and you can see all the pieces. There's a lot of them. And like there was this big one that was like the antagonist, and it was basically like Unicron. You know, he would try to like eat the others. But yeah, that was one that I was into for a while. I had a bunch of those. But yeah, very similar to the Mighty Max toy line, where, you know, you would just have like a thing that would open up and have like a whole bunch of toys inside it. Morning, Mark Chad. Hey, McLeo. What is that? Winged Carrion. Oh, that's the thing with like the cone attack. And then when you kill it, like the worm comes out of it. Unicron gave me existential dread as a kid. What? The idea of a giant planet that ate other planets, so why Jupiter gas planet scare me? Oh my gosh. That's like when you tell a kid that the sun will explode in 80 billion years and they're like, oh! Yo, if a planet comes to eat our planet, there's nothing we can do about it. Besides, all you need is a really powerful Matrix flashlight to shine inside of it and you win. That's how they took him out. No big deal. Those toys were created because the concept existed for girls with cute things, princesses and whatnot. Toy creators brainstormed and created one to sell to boys. I'm not sorry. It was it Polly Pocket was the girl one? Because it was like Mighty Max. And, you know, it was full of, like, you know, there was, like, a kid with blasters and swords and then, like, enemies and little dragons and stuff like that. And then Polly Pocket was, like, a little, like, tea time playset. It had, like, the girl and, like, dolls and her friends and stuff like that. I remember seeing it on shelves. I swear I only bought the Mighty Maxes. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me at all that they just copied the success of one to implement the other. I don't know which one was first. Polly Pocket was first, Mighty Max was a attempt to sell Sammy to the boys. They also had a cartoon for Mighty Max, I think. I don't know that it was a very long cartoon, but I do remember it. Lego had similar products to their bases, Lego City stuff. I had a lot of Legos growing up. I had a lot of them. Anyone else remember Bucky O'Hare? I remember seeing ads for it. I never had that. Wasn't it like a video game? Console or something? Didn't have Legos growing up, but my kid has tons of it now. I gave my kid my Lego collection. And then he also had quite a few of his own. Dude, what? I'm trying to... Oh, they move. I'm sitting here trying to follow this, this blinking marker, and the freaking target moves around. What's going on? Okay, there we go. Oh, he came back. It was a game and a cartoon. Was Hugo a video game series? I think an NA as well back then. Hugo? It doesn't ring a bell. But that's not to say it didn't exist. There's a whole French YouTube channel dedicated to old toys. There was an episode of Polly Pocket that the toys created from it. Oh.
Yes.
Minus 19 fire resist. 126% increase. No, probably don't want that. Losing 126% health on the pets would probably be pretty nasty. Alright, it's good enough. Let's see. Go that one. Build Warriors roll in the area of Voltron, Thundercats, and Silverhawks. I know you have to have remembered Voltron. So Voltron, like the first Voltron, was like, it was kind of getting dated when I was a kid. So like I saw it on Boomerang, for example. You know, like the old Cartoon Network. And then, however, when they rebooted it decades later, I did watch the whole reboot, and I did enjoy it. So I'm familiar with the franchise, but I didn't see like the OG. Death Battle also had a Voltron versus what was it? Megazord. The Voltron versus the Power Rangers Megazord episode. Does this say, oh, defeat 15? Oh, I just have to stay alive in this one. This is a small map. Alright, let's just set up here. I was crazy about Power Rangers as a kid. Yeah, I remember when the literally episode 1 came out. And all my friends were going nuts over it. And like, my mom tried to get me like one of the toys, and like every store she went to was sold out and had people like fighting over them and stuff. Like, they were hugely popular. By the way, when I say fighting, I mean like metaphorically fighting, not like current day Walmart fighting. The Turbo Man effect? Yeah. God, Turbo Man. My dad went around to like a dozen stores to get me a white tiger sword for Christmas that year. Oh, that's awesome. Level 78. Making progress. Yeah, I think I've actually gotten 2 levels tonight. I need to check my talent points. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I got 2 points here. Let's see, I had been maxing Avian Shelter, but we did finish that. Might go for this just for the attunement. I think all my abilities, attunement, attunement, attunement. Everything in this form scales with attunement. What about the summons? Attunement, attunement, attunement. Okay, yeah. So, on the very first tier in Shaman, which is, you know, I'm already Primalist Beastmaster Druid. The very first tier in Shaman has plus attunement. And, like, everything I've got scales with that. So, I think we'll do that for now. Respecking this game is really easy if I change my mind. But that certainly will help us currently. Now that I think about it. I love that cartoon as well. Now that I think about it, I'm old as that. Well, we got a very, large range of ages here, Miklea, so you've come to the right place. Alright, I think I have time to do one more monolith thing. Oh, that's on the way to a unique, so let's do this one. For anyone interested, I'll be back on Pacific Drive tomorrow morning. And if you're interested in watching that, but that doesn't fit your schedule, it will, of course, everything I play on stream goes up on my YouTube channel, Mukluk Plays, the second YouTube channel, which is linked right there. How was it, Peaceful Drive? I haven't had any deaths yet, but we had some close calls. Like, there's this one mechanic where it's like, there's this thing called an anchor, and when you consume it, the area becomes less stable and starts collapsing. And it's kind of like the whole idea in, like, Fortnite, you know, when, like, the ring collapses in on you, and you have to get to, like, an exit portal before it collapses. So it's like you're frantically driving this busted station wagon trying to get to these portals, and the... Like, it's like something collapses in the road, you're forced to go off-road, but you don't have off-road tires, so like one of the wheels just pops off. I'm like, oh my god. Dude, there was one part I was driving on 3 wheels for a bit. Wish I could save my kids every time I stay asleep, so I better go help the wife because I'm out. Good night, Agrius. See you later. I know Ko actually rage quits, so I'm curious about it gets. Wait, he rage quit Pacific Drive? Okay, so I've only seen Ko plus Pacific Drive in his YouTube shorts. Which, of course, in his YouTube shorts, he always looks happy-go-lucky. Okay, so I'm guessing he was, like, really far in a run and died and lost everything or something. That's what I would hazard a guess. Like, I'm just imagining what would make me rage quit Pacific Drive. Well, I didn't expect that to take less than 1 minute when I said one more. What's Pacific Drive? Pacific Drive is, you know the game Raft? where it's like you're on a raft and then you collect materials to like build up your raft even more and make it better and better and better. Pacific Drive is like that, but with an old station wagon. But the area you're in is kind of X-Files. So there's like a bunch of spooky stuff going on, and reality isn't really holding together quite right. And you're trying to get out of there, but the roads and stuff keep shifting. And anytime you die or you finish an area, you come back to this garage and you use the loot that you got to like upgrade and fix the car and stuff like that. Wait, what is this? 33% increased minion move speed. That's kind of cool. 26% physical penetration for bleed inflicted by minions. +2 to falconry. Oh, it's a falcon gloves. 225% of your bleed chance granted to falcon, +6 dex, and 1 health gain per dex when your falcon hits an enemy. Oh man, the first half of that I was excited, but it's falcon gloves. Alright. We could probably do one last. Pacific drives are generally pretty chill and then could suddenly turn into feeling like you're driving during a heart attack. Pacific Drive reminds me a bit of Control. Control? Really? I mean, maybe in the vibe, but certainly not in gameplay. Control was more about you controlling a chick with superpowers, not you driving a car for your life. It's like driving through an altered world event place. Accurate, yeah. Talking about old stuff, how about a night with the boys playing Worms Armageddon all night and drinking beer? I don't drink alcohol, but I have definitely had LAN parties that involved playing Worms. Definitely did a bit of that. Funny enough, the last time, there was a friend of mine that I visited like a year or two ago, and my kid was playing with his kids out back, and he's like, hey, you want to watch something? And I was like, yeah, sure. He's like, or we could play something. I'm like, well, what do you got? And he's like, well, we could play Worms on the TV. I'm like, oh, serious? He's like, yeah, we started playing Worms. And then his kids come in, they're like, oh, can we play? He's like, no, I'm playing with Michael, go away. You guys were playing just fine until you saw us playing Worms, go away. So I've played it exactly once as an adult. Alright, there we go. Let's see our guaranteed unique and see what we get. Boots. Let's see. Plus dodge while channeling, word when you dodge while channeling, mana when you dodge while channeling, int, and increase movement speed while not channeling. Sounds like wizard stuff. Alright. Awesome. I don't feel like cleaning out the bag right now. I'll do that later. Wonderful. Alright, chat. It is midnight. We will save it here. Pick it up from here next time.